Greetings, YouTube. The Doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Dungeons and Dragons. And welcome back to the channel that takes power gaming to the next level. Today on the Doctor Spell Prognosis, we are talking about the spell Prismatic Spray. We're giving this spell a B+. I like this spell a lot. There are some pros and cons to it. We're going to talk about that. But first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. All right. Prismatic Spray is a 7th level spell that is usable by sorcerers and wizards. It's open to bards with magical secrets. We're going to talk about that too. It's one action. It has a range of self, and it's a 60-foot cone, verbal and somatic component. That's great. So 8 multicolored rays of light from your hand. Each ray is a different color and has a different power and purpose. Each creature in a 60-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. For each target, roll a d8 to determine which color ray/rays affect it. So there are 8 different choices. First one is red. It's fire damage. The second one is orange. It is acid damage. The third one is yellow, which is lightning damage. Okay. The fourth one is green, which is poison damage. The fifth one is blue, is cold damage. There are no added effects onto these other than they take 10d6 of the damage. That is, on average, 35 points of damage on a failed save and 17 points of damage on a pass save. Dexterity is a good saving throw to be able to target. It's the least most favorable one for an opponent on the physical attribute. But there's a big but in this. It's a dex save, so if it's something that has evade, it's not going to take any damage at all if it makes that saving throw. Okay, the 6th ray is indigo. On a failed dexterity saving throw, the target is restrained, and then it has to make con saves at the end of each of its turns. If it saves 3 times successfully, the spell ends. That's not 3 in a row. That's just 3 times at all. If it fails, it's saved 3 times, and that's not 3 times in a row. That's just 3 times. It permanently turns to stone, is subjected to the petrify condition. Successes and failures don't have to be consecutive. You have to keep track. 7th ray is violet. So on a failed save, that's a failed dex save, they're blinded, which is great. It must then make a wisdom saving throw at the start of your next turn. And a successful save ends the blindness. If it fails, the creature is transported to another plane of existence, DM's choosing, and they're no longer blinded. And a creature that is on a plane that isn't their home plane is then banished to their home plane, while other creatures are usually cast into the astral or ethereal plane. And the number 8, so you got a 1 out of 8 chance, you get 2 rays, and you roll twice, and you re-roll any 8s. Okay, so you can't keep getting more and more and more rays. You can't keep rolling an 8 and getting 2 rays and 2 rays and 2 rays. So you get 2, and that's it. So I think some of the pros for this is it's a 60-foot cone. That's great for crowd control. This spell gets better the more opponents that you have to hit with it. The less opponents that you have, it's kind of a rando effect, and you're just hoping to get essentially 6, 7, or 8 at that point. So you do have a 3 out of 8 chance to get a really nasty particular effect. I think the dex save is a good one. Again, that is if you're going to target a physical attribute saving throw, dex is the one you want to target. It's 35 damage. Again, if there's only one target, it's 35 damage to one target. If it's multiple targets, then it's 35 damage to a bunch of different targets, and then probably around this level, if there's multiple targets like that, maybe one or more other area of effect spells will take them out. All right. Indigo. Chance of a petrify and a restrain. Those are both great. Restrained, remember, gives them disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So if you were to hit them again with the spell after they are restrained, they're going to have a disadvantage on that dex saving throw. Or some of the other spells, too. There's a lot of other spells that do dexterity saving throws. You can hit them with a lightning bolt while they're restrained. The other great thing about this spell is there is no concentration on the spell. Another good thing, another pro, is that It's wisdom saving throw for the violet. So if they fail that deck save, they are blinded. And then they got to make a wisdom saving throw, which is one of the harder ones to make for most opponents. If they fail it, they're gone. They go away. And that's the other con, is that it's a negative planar transport. When I say negative, it's not a beneficial effect. It's a non-beneficial planar transport. They're either banished back to their home plane, or they're banished to a plane. I would do it at random. I would have a list. I've got a table that I've made of a random array of planes, and then they go to one of those planes. So, and it does say GM's choosing. I like to be random about it, and it adds some flavor to the game. And then, of course, the last pro that I've got here is a possibility that you're going to get 2 rays. It's a 1 in 8 chance, which then increases the chance that you're either going to do more damage. You could do up to 70 points of damage if they fail their saving throw. And they only get 1 save. That's it, 1 save. If they fail that save, then, and they get hit with 2 rays, then they fail to save for both rays. It's a cone, so it's not that. So each creature in the 60-foot cone must make a deck save. For each target, roll a d8. You do the d8 after they fail their save. So if they get hit with 2 rays that do damage, then they're taking twice as much damage. All right. Cons for this spell. And we're going to talk about some class abilities to mitigate some of these cons. 60-foot cone is not good for friendly fire. So that's a pretty wide cone. If you want to hit as many opponents as possible, some of your allies might be in the cone. So you want to be able to mitigate that. And we're going to talk about the Evocation Wizard and a couple of abilities that the Sorcerer has. You could hit something with the wrong kind of damage. For instance, you could hit a Fire Giant with the Fire Ray. That's not really going to do anything. You could hit something that's immune to poison with the Green Ray. That's not going to do anything. So, and that goes to the third point, that this is very random. Now, you are not guaranteed to get something really good, but there is a 3 in 8 chance, so it's about a 40% chance that you're going to get 6, 7, or 8. And the more opponents that there are that get hit with this, the better that this spell gets. All right, let's talk about some of these classes. So we've got the Wizard, and there's 2 obvious Wizard schools that go well with this. The School of Divination, and by this time we're getting 3 of these. You get this spell at 13th level, a full caster, but you could be 14th level. 1 more level, you get the 3 portent dice. And if you have 2 or 3 really low rolls, you could give those out, and people could, your opponents could automatically fail their save. Now, how many times can you do portent? When you choose this school, when you finish a long rest, you can replace any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check modifier be your creature that you can see with one of these foretelling rolls. You must choose to do so before the roll, and you can replace a roll in this way only once per turn. So you hit them with the spell, and you can replace 1 roll. Now, there are after effects here. So you could say, you got one person that got hit by the violet. One creature got hit by the violet. You replace the saving throw with a low roll. So they're blinded. And then the next round, at the start of your next turn, which is a different turn, they've got to make that wisdom saving throw, and then you can go, oh, I got another one of these low rolls. You are going away. All right, the other one that is effective for this is the Evocation Wizard, because they've got the Sculpt spell. So you can mitigate this possibility of friendly fire with the 60-foot cone with the Sculpt spell. So the other good thing about this is you can add your intelligence modifier to 1 damage roll of any wizard evocation spell you cast. So there is that. That's pretty minor. All right, for sorcerers, I like myself the Wild Magic Sorcerer because we can bend luck. So when another creature you can see makes an attack, ability check, or saving throw, you can use your reaction and spend 2 sorcery points to add or subtract a d4 to that creature's roll. So that could be a saving throw. You can do so after the creature rolls, but before any effects occur. And you can do this basically whenever you see a creature. It doesn't really say how often you can do it. It just says when another creature you can see makes an attack roll. But I think the way that this works is you have sorcery points. I think you can only spend so many at a time. So you're limited by the number of sorcery points that you can spend. So one of the other things you can do is Careful Spell. So when you cast a spell that forces other creatures to make a saving throw, you can protect some of those creatures from the spell's force. To do so, you must spend 1 sorcery point and choose a number of creatures up to your charisma modifier. So you can they automatically make their save. If they automatically make their save, then at the least or at the most, they're going to take some damage. And of course, we got the Bard. And I do like myself the Unsettling Words College of Eloquence Bard, because we can subtract we can use a bonus action, and then we give somebody a inspiration die to give them a penalty on their saving throw, and then we can cast Prismatic Spray as an action. So, all right, that is what I have for everybody today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody later.